Hey, today I'm going to work. It's a normal day. But instead of going in a straight line, I'm going to take a little diversion and drop off some stuff at the library first. In the meanwhile, I'm going to show you exactly where I am using this map and some of the sites that you can see if you're doing this little kind of walk with me. So, come on, let's go. So here I am walking down 10th Street. I just came out of the GLC. It's a really beautiful morning. It's not a lot of people out, and that's because it's summer semester, so you don't typically see a lot of people out here. But this is the Bunger Henry building right here. I actually did some very quick little research in here during the summer of, I think, 2009. It's a weird name for a building, though. Bunger Henry. I don't know. It's just weird to me. Uh, it's just weird. I don't know. There's a lot of weird names. Every building here is named like after a last person of a scientist, so you can't really complain. Either that or a scientist or a guy who had a lot of money. I have no idea. Anyway, now I'm on my way towards the library. There are some really beautiful oak trees over here. At least I think they're oak. I haven't actually had a chance to look at any of the leaves to try to identify any of these trees yet, but looks like oak, and who cares? They're just so beautiful. I mean, you, it's just the sunlight coming through all these branches. You don't get the opportunity to see stuff like this a lot, especially in such an urban environment in Atlanta. So, it's nice to pause and just look at some of this, nature wherever you can get it. This is one of my most favorite views right here. It's just really, really cool. Definitely something I would be using as my wallpaper for my desktop. Yeah, what I use my nature for. I see something really pretty in nature and I say, hey, that's good for a computer picture. Okay, and then I move on. You know, it's the synergy of the nature and technology that I'm interested in. I mean, you can get overkilled on nature anyway. Oh, here's a really creepy statue that you can see as you walk past the first center. I actually saw some comedians here 2 semesters ago. I think it was, what's his name? Seth Meyers and John Oliver. Anyway, this creepy statue is there the entire time. I'm acting cool about it now, but when you're here all by yourself and you just see the statue on like a very quiet day, you're very, very, what do you call it? I don't think, what is it? What's the word? You're really freaked out to even come near it. It's very lifelike. So good job on the maker who did that. Here are some really nice trees or plants. They had some really, really wide leaves, and I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know. I'm into leaves. I'm into plants and trying to identify plants and stuff like that. It's cool. Found a little squirrel here on the way. You just barely met at its tail, but we're gonna find it. There it is. Can you see it in the center? Let's see if we can at least even zoom in. Uh, there you are. You bastard. If they had like non-hairy tails and they looked like rats, I'd still like them. Because that's the kind of guy I am. Anyway, here I am going down CRC. This is the campus recreation center. It's really big, and if you want to have a nice scope of how large this is, you should really check out the soccer fields that we have right behind there. But here is the soccer field. Oh, well, I mean, I'm only showing you a small part of it right now. Let me go into the wide zoom, or let me pan this whole picture for you. Get around these trees. Check this out. Dude, that is so big. And you know what? I actually have to cross this in order to get to work. Every day if I go to the library. So, yeah, like I said, no scooter. Would have been really helpful if I had one of these right about now, but, it's fine. Nice little walk on AstroTurf. That counts as nature too, right? So, here's the bus stop. Typically, well, bus stop on the way to work. It's a campus bus stop, so it's a bus that actually circles, the inside campus. But it doesn't run very often during the summer, so you'll end up spending more time waiting outside in the summer heat than you would actually getting to the place you need to go. So it's not really advantageous to take it. It kind of sucks. But yeah, I mean, walking doesn't take too much. I mean, it's about maybe I'd say I don't know, 30-minute walk. Oh, damn it, there's a cart. Dude, I need to totally get one of those bastards. Okay, so I'm walking now across the parking lot, still walking, my feet are hurting. It's really hot on this asphalt, and there's a lot of cars, so I'm trying not to get envious around here, but oh, whoa, hey, check this out. Okay, so let's talk about this real quick second. This right here is a Very
especially on
popular
Georgia Tech
tree down
campus.
here in the South.
I don't know. Oh, so this tree itself may not be indigenous to this area, but they do grow mostly in this Georgia area around here, and they're particularly popular in the South. As you can see, they have green on the top, rusty on the bottom, white petals. They're a flowering tree, so that's enough to justify. Oh, that's a beautiful bloom. Look at that. These are magnolias. They're a really pretty tree. Such an interesting bloom, though.
Oh, catch it. Anyway, yeah, I really like those trees. They're nice and cool, and there's plenty of them around that you can actually, get some nice, cool shadows to stay in as you walk to work. Anyway, here's me in the lab. Yeah, that's my camera that I use to check stuff out. And here is some of the research that I was doing at that time. Right now, I was currently mystified by the fact that one of my samples, when I left it to dry overnight, had two different colors, a darker brown color on the top and a lower colored brown on the bottom. And it was probably just a drying pattern, if anything. So, I just scraped it onto the filter paper and moved on. Here's the view right out of my office. I want to show you a better one, though. This is the really cool view that you can see when you're looking outside of the IPSD. When you're going down one of the halls. This is out of my office. Shoot, I'd wish, but check this out, dude. It's just like this beautiful skyline of just these really tall buildings. And I know I was just going on this rant about how nature's all cool and stuff like that, but it's so cool when you have like, I don't know what it is, but if you have like really huge buildings and plants at the same time growing somewhat harmoniously with each other, I mean, that's beautiful in my own right. So
The day is done. I'm done working for today. I'll be back tomorrow. Now back home.
So, long way back home. This time I'm not even going to the library. It's just a straight walk back home. I just stay on this road. And I just admire some of the flowers that they got putting up. There's some really other nice trees and some loud ass cars too. Here's some. I took a quick little diversion, or I took a, what do you call it? I took a sidestep and didn't go in a straight line, and actually checked some of the side paths to get home. And I found these really broken sidewalks that had like new cement on them, and these broken cobblestone walkways and stuff like that. It was really cool. Some really old trees too. Definitely would like to take some time to check those out. Also found a pretty ironic sign over here. Check this out. Sanctuary. Yeah. Knows exactly where I'm headed. Anyway, third squirrel that I saw today. I don't tape every squirrel I see, just the exceptional ones, Anyway, here's a blue jay. F the squirrel. Oh, it's a blue jay. You don't see a lot of them every day. You do see a lot of cardinals, and they're cool.
It's a really pretty view coming back home, especially at night. Because you see all these really nice buildings and billboards coming up in the distance. And like I said, right down this road is Cartoon Network. In fact, it's right behind. In fact, you can see right there. There's the tower going right to it right here. But that white and brown building right up there, that's a Cartoon Network. And there's some hotels over in this area over here. This is the President's Mansion for Georgia Tech. It's a super fancy house, but who cares? This is good enough for me right here in the GLC. Back home.